Chapter 3, Lesson 4, Multiplying Decimals by Decimals. So the questions that are going in the foldable will come from page 198, got it A, B, C, and 199, got it D, E, F. And we're still working on flap 3 of your foldable, but we're working on this half that talks about decimal times decimal. So again, like with lesson 3, we're going to put the number with the most digits on top. We're going to count the total number of digits after the decimal point in the problem, and our answer has to have that same number of digits, and we'll use 0 to fill the places in. I've already sent a link for multi-digit multiplication with whole numbers, so you can watch that if you're not really sure how to multiply and where to put that 0 that holds the place value. So question A, 5.7 times 2.8. These both have the same number of digits, so it doesn't matter which number we choose to put on top. But please make sure you put the multiplication sign. Every single problem has to have the operation sign. 7 times 8 is 56. Carry the 5. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 5 is 45. We put the 0 to hold the place, and now it's like we're multiplying by 20. 2 times 7 is 14. Mark out the little 5 and carry the 1 so we don't get confused. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. We're going to draw our line underneath and add straight down. So 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 4 is 9, 4 plus 1 is 5, 0 plus 1 is 1. Our first number, 5.7, has one number after the decimal point. Our second number has one number after the decimal point. This is 1, this is 1. Okay, so this is 1, this is 1. So we need two numbers after our decimal point in our answer. Okay, so that's 1, 2. 15.96. Okay. Problem B, 4.12 times 0.05. I like to start with the numbers that don't have all the zeros on top if I can. Okay, 0.05. And we are multiplying. So 5 times 2 is 10, carry a 1. 5 times 1 is 5 plus 1 makes 6. 5 times 4 is 20. Okay. We don't have to do the other rows because those are just zeros. So now we need to see how many digits do we need in our answer. Our first number, 4.12, has two numbers after the decimal. Our second number, 0.05, also has two numbers after the decimal. So that means our answer needs 2 plus 2, which is 4. Okay, you can also circle the numbers in the original problem, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we start in the back and we count 1, 2, 3, 4, and we can put a 0 at the front. Okay, so that's question B. Question C, 0.14 times 3.7. Okay, we'll start with the 0.14 times 3.7. Okay. If we're counting decimal points, oops, I wrote this one wrong. 0.014. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3 here, and 1 here. So that means our final answer is going to need 4 digits after the decimal point. So 7 times 4 is 28, carry a 2. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 2 is 9. Oh, there's just 0, so we can leave those alone. Okay. Put a 0 to hold the place. 3 times 4 is 12. Mark that one out, carry a 1. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Okay. Draw our line and add. That's an 8. plus 0 is 8. 9 plus 2 is 11. Carry a 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. We said we needed 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers in our answer. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where our decimal point is supposed to go. So when we have these extra blanks, we fill them in with a 0. Okay. Now question D. 0.04 times 0.32. We're going to start by putting our 0.32 on the top and our 0.04 at the bottom. Okay. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 4 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. Now, if we're counting numbers of digits, we have 2 here, 2 here. So that means our answer needs to have 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And here is where our decimal point goes. And we're going to fill in this space with a 0, and we can put a 0 in the front. Okay. Question E. 0.26 times 0.205. So we are going to start with our 0.205 at the top and our 0.26 at the bottom. And multiply. Okay. So 6 times 5 is 30. We'll put a 0, carry our 3. 6 times 0 is 0 plus 3 is 3. 6 times 2 is 12. Carry our 1. 6 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. We're going to put a 0 to hold our place value, and then we're going to start multiplying by the 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Mark this one out. Carry a 1. 2 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, add. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 plus 0 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. 1 plus 4 is 5. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers after our decimal point in our answer. So we start counting from the back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is where our decimal point goes, and we're going to fill this in with a 0. Okay. Problem F. We're going to start with our 1.33 on the top and our 0.06 on the bottom. We put the 0.06 because it only has one number that's not a 0. Okay, we want to count non-zero numbers when we're trying to figure out which number will go where. 6 times 3 is 18, carry a 1. 6 times 3 is 18 plus 1 is 19, carry a 1. 6 times 1 is 6 plus 1, which is 7. We don't have to multiply anything with the zeros. Now we need to count digits we need in our answer. So there's 2 here and 2 here, which means we need 4 digits after our decimal point in our answer. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is where our decimal point goes, and we're going to fill in that space with 0. Okay. Now we're going to go back to the book and look at our guided practice problems on page 200. Okay. So we're multiplying these numbers together. And remember, we have to count how many numbers we need in our final answer based on how many digits are after the decimal point in our problem. So number 1, 0.6 times 0.5. 5 times 6 is 30, carry a 3. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 3 is 3. We have one number here and one number there. That means we need 2 in our answer. So start from the back, and count in between the numbers, 1, 2. So that's 0.30 for our answer. Okay, we're going to come back to number 2, but let's talk about how many digits we should have. This is 2, and this one has 3, so we should have a total of 5 digits after our decimal point. We'll come back to that one after we do the others. Okay, question 3. We're going to put the 0.98 on top times 7.3. 3 times 8 is 24, carry a 2. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 2 is 29, carry a 2. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. We're going to put our 0 to hold our place value, and now we're going to work with the 7. 7 times 8 is 56, carry a 5. 7 times 9 is 63, plus 5 is 68, carry a 6. 7 times 0 is 0, plus 6 is 6. Add these numbers together. 4 plus 0 is 4. 9 plus 6 is 15, carry a 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 8 is 11, carry a 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. We have 2 numbers here and 1 number here, so our answer needs 3. So that's 1, 2, 3. So our answer is 7.154. Okay. Question number 4, 2.7 times 1.35. So we're going to start with our 1.35 on top times 2.7. When you're multiplying, you do not have to line up the decimal points. Okay, you do just line up one digit under the other, no matter where the decimal point is. 7 times 5 is 35. Carry a 3. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 3 is 24. Carry a 2. 7 times 1 is 7, plus 2 is 9. Put our 0 to hold the place value. 2 times 5 is 10. Put our 0. Carry a 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 2 times 1 is 2. Add, so 5, 4, 9 plus 7 is 16. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we need 1, 2, 3 numbers in our answer after the decimal point. So 1, 2, 3. So that's 3.645. For number 5, 0.03 times 0.09. Okay, 9 times 3 is 27, carry a 2. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. Okay, everything else is a 0, so nothing else to multiply by. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we start from the back and we count 1, 2, 3, 4, put our decimal point, and we fill in these blanks with zeros. So our answer is 0.0027. One of the things you have to be very careful of is when you're counting, you go in between the numbers. Okay, you can't just go with the bottom of the numbers. You actually want to go in between each number. That way you end up putting your decimal point in the correct place. Okay. Question 6. We're going to start with our 2.12 on top times 0.04. I know they appear like they have the same number of digits, and they do, but we want to count digits that do not have a 0 in them, or a 0 at the front. So 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and everything else is a 0. We have 2 digits in this number, 2 digits in this number, so we need 4 digits in our final answer after the decimal point. So it's back here, 1, 2, 3, 4. And we fill in this space with a 0. So 0.0848. Question 7. A mile is is equal to approximately 1.609 kilometers. How many kilometers is 2.5 miles? Okay, so this is a mile, that's 1. We talked about those words in class. So now we're going to take our 1.609 and multiply it by 2.5. 5 times 9 is 45, so carry the 4. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 4 is 4. 5 times 6 is 30. Put our 0, carry the 3. 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. Put a 0 to hold our place value. 2 times 9 is 18. Carry a 1. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 2 times 6 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Okay. I'm going to rewrite these two lines up here so I have space to add. So it's an 8, a 0, 4, and a 5. Now make sure I line up my numbers, so I'm going to start from the back. So that's a 0, it's an 8, it's a 1, 2, and a 3. Okay, so I just moved these two up here so I have space. And that's all that is. 5 plus 0 is 5. 8 plus 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 0 is 1, plus another 1 is 2. 8 plus 2 is 10, carry a 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. In my problem, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. So I need 4 numbers after my decimal point. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So 4.0225. Okay, that's how many kilometers is in 2.5 miles. Okay. Justify your answer just means to show your work. All right, let's look at this problem number 2. Okay, we will probably need a different piece of paper because this is a pretty long problem because it's 4 digits times 4 digits. So I'm going to do this one on a separate sheet of paper, and you may do the same. You can actually do it at the top of your notebook page that we've been working on, or where we will put this on, I believe that's page 12 in your notebook. Okay, so I'm going to rewrite this problem. So 27.43 times 1.089. Okay, so this one you have to be very, very careful as you're multiplying to line everything up. So 3 times 9 is 27, carry a 2. 9 times 4 is 36, plus 2 is 38, carry a 3. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 3 is 66, carry a 6. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 6 is 24. And we're going to put 1 0. Multiply everything by 8. Okay, 8 times 3 is 24, carry a 2, it's the same number. 8 times 4 is 32, plus 2 is 34. Carry the same 3, that works out nicely. 8 times 7 is 56. 56 plus 3 is 59, so now we have to carry a 5. 8 times 2 is 16, plus 5 is 21. Okay, now normally when we move here, we would put 2 zeros. But because this is a 0 as well, we will add 1 more 0. And now we can multiply by the 1. Okay, 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 2 is 2. And then we're going to add these 3 lines. So 7, 12, carry a 1. 1 plus 6 is 7, plus 4 is 11. Carry a 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus 9 is 14, plus 3 is 17. Carry a 1. 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4, plus 4 is 8. 2 plus 7 is 9, and 2 plus 0 is 2. So, in our problem, we have 2 digits behind the decimal here, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 here. So that means our answer needs 5. Okay. So we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 29.87127. Now I don't anticipate any problems on the exam being quite this difficult, but I just wanted to show it to you so you know how, or you see how. You will have a problem like that we'll work on in class. So now you have an example, you'll have something written in your book or in your notebook that you can go back to. So again, you can write this at the top of page 12 in your notebook. Okay, if it does not fit in your book, it probably won't fit in your book, but in the top of page 12 in your notebook, or you can use the back of page 11. Okay. So I do expect when I see you in class tomorrow for you to have this entire page filled out, okay, and your foldable completed for lesson 4, decimal times decimal.